Can anybody hear me? Hi there. How you been? Me? I'm good. There is something on my mind for a long time, and I notice so many people are feeling the same. Lots of friends and colleagues of mine has similar ideas recently. They want to be out of their traditional work and start something new. It's like everyone wants to be out of the industrial age and be more independent and flexible. For some, maybe it's the hours they work in a day. For others, probably they want to do something that makes them more excited. But in all those cases, the options they are considering feel oversaturated for them. It's the same for me too. That's why I will mostly talk about the content creation and social media aspect. But I really believe it applies to everything. Social media will be a much better example because you can easily see how many people there are and what they are doing. Whenever I watch a video on YouTube or TikTok, I feel like there are so many creative people with great skill sets, which, of course, they develop over years and years of experience. Even kids aged not more than 18 can play pro-level guitar or make videos that blows my mind. On one hand, that's inspiring, but usually as an aspiring content creator, it somewhat makes you think, why am I even trying? For photography, we can all agree. Everyone is a pro. There are people who get better pictures with their mobile phone than me with my Sony A7 Mark III. So many modern Kubricks on YouTube with their better than broadcast TV editing or Hollywood level CGI. But when I think reasonably, it's the same for everything. I think about it, how many barbershops are there around the world? Yet it doesn't stop anyone to open a new one. They can be worse than half of the others. They would still have a demand which prefers them. For some, they are not even worse than the other half probably. Or why do people even start going to college then? I mean, in the same semester, so many others begin their study in the same field. Already from the beginning, you have the saturation to be afraid of. You still do those things knowing there are so many people already mastered them. Or there are people who are on an unimaginable level. Why is it different when we wanna change what we are already doing? Or in my case, when it's getting into content creation. There are two aspects of this in my opinion. The first is comfort zone. After getting used to the things we regularly do, even when we don't like it or wanna change it, we feel discomfort because, better or worse, we are accustomed to the situation. We know what we can expect, we know how to deal with the problems, and we know the outcomes. In that regard, it's almost risk-free now. We even know cheats and hacks for not working as much as the effort needed. We don't want to lose the privileges we earned through years and years of struggles. So, what that really means is we are lazy. We are trying to find an excuse not to change our job or whatever it is that we say we want to change. That mindset is a bit toxic though. Not only it closes doors to new possibilities or experiences, but it also makes us feel lesser than we are. When we use that excuse too much, it makes the job define us, and suddenly, subconsciously, we accept that we are only as good as our current occupation. That leaves no space for growth and disregards any potential we have. Another aspect is that we forget the differences in human nature. I will try to elaborate on it. Let's take beauty as our sample. There is someone you are attracted to at your workplace. Does that mean everyone is attracted to that person? I mean, you might find him or her the most beautiful one, but for another one, they might be, nah. Okay, that one was superficial. Then let's take the tutorials. There is no definitive way to explain one subject. Some people may understand only from reading the descriptions. For others, there is no way to learn something without doing it. It even differentiates with the tutor's way of explaining things. I'm not talking about the level of difficulty, but really the character traits of the tutor. For example, let's say you didn't understand anything from a Lightroom tutorial video, and someday later, another person watched the same video and made a tutorial video themselves with the knowledge they gained from the video you watched. There is a possibility you would understand it much better by watching the latter video. There are so many things that can cause that. I won't go into detail, but what I'm trying to say is, even if a subject or medium is too saturated, there are people who will get what they need from you better than the others. So, there will be demand for your content or whatever that you want to do. I mean, it's not like you have to be the most subscribed YouTube channel. It doesn't even have to be that you need to be in the first half of the list. There are so many great channels with less than 10,000 subscribers. While we are at it, for me, that's a really big achievement. I can't even think or imagine when that would happen. And it's not like I don't care either. But if I give myself into that thought, it becomes almost impossibly hard to make a video. Like I said before, why am I even trying? That's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Now I had my shameless plug. I will just say this. There is no right time, no right thing to do, or no right person to do it. We give meaning to the situation we are in. The gap between failing and success is not as great as trying or not trying. Other people might care about success when they think of you, but for you, it won't be as important when you look back. It will be more painful to see that you didn't try. Those are really what I say to myself when I think about what bothers me. I find some peace with this thought, so that's why I wanted to share with those who would get something out of it. I would like to hear you about all this too. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, whatever they might be. That's it for this video. Wish you a wonderful day. Till the next one, ciao for now.